Greetings, land of YouTube. In my last few videos, I'd been talking about how these little channels I have drawn in here, I was wondering why it was so easy, and I was thinking maybe it was because the big guys, the Mr. Composite Man, the whales, the rich hedge funds, however you want to say it, I was thinking maybe they weren't watching this channel. They might have been playing candlestick patterns and whatnot. And I was talking about how they trap people over and over. They trap the retailers because the retailers are outdated and out-moneyed. The big players just have more data and more information. They can see exactly what you're doing. They can see exactly what every retailer is doing. So there's an advantage. But anyways, what I was saying is Bitcoin had been bouncing in this large channel, and then I drew in these two smaller channels in the top half of that one. And it's been a whole month of July. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down, and a little interaction with the center line there in the second and third channel. My last video I published was right in through here, and I was talking about how this price action was abnormal for what we've seen in this channel. If you're new to my videos, go back to my last couple of videos on my homepage. If you click on Bitcoin Street on my link name, on my name, it's a link. It'll take you to my homepage. And click on videos. You can see all my videos. Go to the last few recent ones. I don't want to bore my regular viewers explaining the same thing over and over. So anyways, it had been ranging, right? And it's just really predictable. And then it got to here, and it was staying at the bottom for about 12 hours or so. It was at the bottom of the channel. It's the first time it's done that, and the whole time I've been watching this little pattern inside this channel. And I was thinking I might pump up to like 31,500 or so, and then dump. I was talking about being leery of this price action. Ended up dumping. I'm sure you're all aware of that, all the way down to 29,200, give or take. And then it was just kind of strange that I was thinking maybe 30,000 would turn into support, but it was strange for it to come down here. It just wasn't what I was expecting. 30,000 was actually resistance. And then in the last 8 hours or so, we've had this pumpage. So interesting enough, it's actually pumped all the way back up to basically exactly where I thought it was going to pump. I was talking about being leery of entering a long position at the bottom of this channel. That turned out to be right. This was a devastating trap because I actually put in a long here, and even after I made a video saying I wouldn't do that, and then I did it, and then man, I really thought it might be the death candle I've been talking about for the last month or so, and so I ended up selling the bottom. I bought the top, sold the bottom, and it was this was like a $500 million worth of longs liquidated here. So it fooled a ton of people. I'm sure it fooled a lot of very experienced, very seasoned people. And then here, this is probably a short squeeze. There was probably tons of shorts because it looked like Bitcoin was going to really dump hard, right? So probably a lot of shorts came in here. So that's a massive trap, right? I've been talking about how easy this channel had been playing out, and there wasn't really any traps, but that's just a devastating trap right there. It's just my screen recorder has a problem with this Femex site. It keeps glitching and updating, so I keep losing my train of thought every time I have to stop the recorder and come back and start talking again. But anyways, the point I was getting to is I'm not going to be that YouTube channel that just talks about everything I do right? Why don't they talk about their mistakes, right? And they're all making mistakes, and they all make mistakes frequently. And that's obvious because, you know, they'd all be trillionaires, right? We'd have our first trillionaires walking around the planet if they were all so successful all the time. Why don't they ever talk about the mistakes they make? So this is something for you to think about. I made a mistake long in here, and this is just good advice, good experience. And so I sat through it, and I actually closed out the last of it right here. And literally like 10, 20 seconds after I closed out my long and entered a short. it just popped, skyrocketed just in a matter of minutes. I just sat here, I was like, oh my goodness. So so much for not being any traps in my little triple channel here. That this was a well played out trap. Just that was really hard to see coming. There's a big bearish wick right there, but before that, man, it really, I'm sure that really caught a lot of people. So if that was $500 million in long liquidations, this is probably more than $500 million short squeeze here. So we're right back up there to where that line's at, 31,700 to 31,400 ballpark. And that's where I thought we'd pump to last time. And funny enough, that's exactly where we're at right now, right? So this is where I wanted to enter a short back here. Over here, I was thinking it'd go up to 31,500 region, maybe a little higher. And this actually came up to 31,800. So I'm just going to end this video. Anyways, be careful out there. I'm not going to keep putting up with this going back and forth. Well, there it came back real quick. But yeah, that's that's why I don't really want to get into day trading on this channel. What I want my channel to be is this market cycle. Up on the right, you see this Wyckoff market cycle. I believe Bitcoin's going to play that out. Where the bottom at, so I'm not sure, but I'm thinking 10 to 20,000 likely is the bottom, the true bottom. And I want to make my channel about there, right? I really want this bull market just to be over so I can get down there at a bottom and start talking about playing the next bull run cycle. There might be a little bull run before the halving, so it could get real interesting. But yeah, this that was a excellent trap. That was a devastating trap. That was hard to see coming. And then down here, there really wasn't a whole lot of indication that this was going to pump, right? Like, just if you're just looking at these wicks, that doesn't look like a giant pump coming. But that's a trapper. And that's the problem with day trading, man. They can get the best, and if the people out there on YouTube aren't admitting to making mistakes, then you should be leery about even watching their channel, right? Are they the world's first trillionaire? No. So obviously they're making lots of mistakes. You know, why don't they talk about them? They might. I'm not saying I can't just lump them all together, but I just know a lot of them just kind of talk like they're just doing everything right, and that's just not true. It's impossible. But anyways, I don't want to dog other channels, but you know, why don't they show their mistakes more often? That's what you can learn from, right? You can learn twice as much from someone's mistakes as you can from the same success they show every time, over and over and over, right? So look at that. That's a devastating trap. That's some wacky price action, man. I was leery. I was real leery of it hanging out here for like 12 hours, like I said in my last video. At the middle of the first channel, the bottom of the second and third channel. That was definitely strange. And that was a bull trap played out. And then this is a bit of a bear trap here, right? So just be careful out there. I do want to say that I have a short, I've entered a short position right here, right now. But I don't want to give advice or anything. I could be totally wrong. This could pump up. This could pump up to the top of the channel. It could pump up to the middle of the channel. It could pump up out of the top of the channel. Who knows? But that's just what I'm doing. Just want to show this. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this, and be careful out there. I want to have this market play out, the cycle play out, and we can get to the bottom. And then when we get to the bottom, we can start looking for the real spring to the next bull cycle, which is going to be juicy stuff and could probably help a lot of people. That's what I want to get to. Day trading can be dangerous, so just be careful out there. Hope you enjoyed the show. As always, thanks for watching.